Cultvating Qi, take 2. Okay, where were we?
It takes 2. Okay.
We were talking about the meridians of the lungs. Okay,
yes.
So 5 major organs.
So 5 major organs, they're all paired with the 5 major yin are paired with 5 yang organs. Okay. The large intestine is paired with the lungs. So everything that we do with the large intestine affects the lungs. Everything that we do with the lungs affects the large intestine. So when she talked about the diverticulitis that is in the large intestine, we then immediately go, okay, we'll fix that area with food. Food can be very helpful. You could do a Qi ball, give it a purpose and a time. And
what were the words? Don't want to forget those. So she said a Qi ball, right?
You could do a Qi ball, and the color that's associated is
with this particular healing that we're doing is bright white, ultraviolet, vibrant light.
Vibrant light.
Like the shiny silver white moon you were saying.
Yes, and how it has sparkles in it and like pockets of.
So, question about that: we talked about violet light the last time? I think. Is there a different color for each healing system?
Yeah.
In yours, okay. I knew it. Absolutely. I just wanted to be clear because that's something I think somebody would ask. I was going to ask it. Okay.
Yes. So
we're working with
and
large
white,
intestine and lung. Our
yep.
color is white. We're talking about Qi ball. Set a time twice a day, or was it once? I didn't hear.
If you do it in the morning and at night, it's gonna help immensely.
Okay, so I do those breathing.
Yeah.
The breath work that I was telling you about morning and night. So yes. We're gonna add Qi ball.
You can add the energetic Qi ball for healing for whatever you need to do for your large intestine.
Okay.
And then you can also do that for your lungs.
Okay.
Now, I want to remind you that the white is, and the lungs and large intestine are associated with metal, the metal element.
Okay.
So as you think of metal, what are some things?
Mercury is liquid metal.
Also silver, also like crystals.
Okay.
So
minerals.
Selenite, you could put that.
Okay.
Like imagine that, hold that, whatever. Meditate on that. And if you connect with the earth, because metal's in the earth, you connect with that. We're going to pull up the metal element. We're going to bring down that vibrant white, and we're going to be in our position, which is called the Wuji Stance. Wuji.
Oh, it's tingly.
Yeah, it feels good.
It does.
You begin every exercise with a pulling down the heavens. You end every exercise with a pulling down the heavens.
What's
and
the
gathering the Qi. Oh, okay. So the vibration of the ha, as we say it, ha. Just a little more cleansing. It's just like adding extra.
And I've just begun to play with mantras and ohms, so it's no coincidence that we're doing sounds with this too. Yes. And for those of you that are new with meditation is like the word mathematics, how many different kinds of specialties, right? Think of all that meditation can really bring you.
Right.
You know, I mean, you can bring you healing, past life information, Akashic records, astral travel, energy work, etc. So there's levels to this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I literally just sitting still was a thing that I wanted to do. Then I learned to move in motion and do meditation in different states of mind while I was in motion. And then it was the Kundalini, and then we were playing with different things, and now it's sound, right? Yeah. Not hearing sound, not music, not singing bowls, but creating these vibrations within my body. And it's a brave thing to do because it does feel weird the first few times you do it. And so, I'm going to promise you, nobody's going to know. You're going to be by yourself. Try it anyway, because what have you to lose? Right? I use this example all the time. Christian or not, there's a story in the Bible about a stick and snakes, where if you looked at the snakes, you would be healed from the plague. And all it took was to look. All it took was to look. So I keep that in my mind these things aren't super strange. They're just breathing and sound.
Breathing and sound.
Get comfortable with being strange and playful in your body. It's not a big deal. And what is the possibility if it actually works? So what are you willing to try? And here's my thing. I feel as if it's my obligation and stewardship to do everything I can personally do for my health first before I seek outward help. then I'm like, I've done all that I can. Right? I think that's how we should approach our health. Like, how can I supplement and support my body through this? And then if all the mechanisms, because I'm not trying to say don't use Western medicine, but there's keys here that are thousands of years old, so I'm willing to try.
Yeah, and I love that because all of that's inside you. Yeah. It's actually from the essence of who we are, to have movement, to have sound, to have vibration, to have an intention. Like, that's creation. That's how it all began and sparked. That's it. That's the essence of everything that we do on a microcosmic level, inside our body, from the cells inside our body.
It actually does change our cellular structure when we think at them too.
Absolutely. Yes. So okay. I love that you talked about how many meditations there are, because it's not like we have to create no space and we have to become the infinite nothing. You can. But this is an active movement, mind. It's engaging a lot of things, and that we know that's so helpful.
Here's the difference too. So in Reiki and different energy structures, which I think there's all gateways. They're all gateways to healing, right? Definitely. And what's beautiful about this one is how much motion is involved, because it encompasses the energy body. Yeah. Yeah. So she's going to do a session, and I just wanted to introduce you guys to some of the work she does, give you an idea of how this works. If you guys are attending the retreat, this lovely will be here, so you'll get to enjoy some of this in the mornings, so we can have some techniques to take home. Anything else you wanted to add? Were we going to go over anything else?
Let's do the
couple more before we go.
We're going to do the we did our pulling down the heavens, so now we're going to do what is called Old Man and the Tide Pool.
I'm going to go a little bit behind you so I don't smack you.
So Chinese, they love to have a story. They tell a story with everything that goes on in the body. This is no exception. So the old man's walking along the beach. He makes his money by pulling up crustaceans and selling them. This time he walks past this tide pool and he sees this pearl. So he goes in, he raises his arms up. We're going to raise up, think about earth, open up a little bit. Then we fall forward.
Oh, I got a sound too.
You keep doing the sound. You do that for as long as you can. And then you bring your arms up, and he didn't see the pearl. He couldn't find it. But he looks up and he says, oh, and then he pulls down the moon of that celestial vibrant white, one at a time, or washing over the top of the head, the shoulders, coming right to about the shoulder blades right here, making a nice hollow fist, and then pulling through the chest and what is called the yellow cord. Wow, and then you just drop that. Oh, and I forgot the sound.
Okay. I was like, we're supposed to be making some sound. Right.
Yes, we will make the sound. So the first sound is the shh.
I like
that. That is emptying the lung channels from here all the way down and out and off of the thumb. So we're swishing it into water.
Interesting note, anatomically, is when we're bending over like this, we have a third of our lung that is what's called potential space that isn't used. So when you're energetically, it's that potential space that sits in the throat. So the pulmonology and the mechanisms in the lung move, but when you're breathing in this different way, I like that because you're talking about all the way into the lung fields. That's part of the reason why breath work is so important, is we're moving that potentiated space and oxygenating it too. That just came to mind.
Amazing. Well, perfect. Okay, so the first part, okay, so when we bring our hands up and we're grabbing that divine white light, we want to say, ha. And then right here, as we grab, we're going to say, ho. And we're kind of like doing, I kind of do a little tiny internal ab workout where I'm like really pulling. There's a part called the yellow cord that sits right here that is protective of the heart. So this yellow cord houses a lot of stuff because he's good at protecting the heart. So it needs to be cleansed often.
I love it.
So as you do this, it's a really multifaceted and really powerful, active exercise that can clear out turbid chi, can cleanse, can build your vitality, and increase your overall health 100%.
And does it add protection as you do it? Because I feel like
Well,
you said protection. It allows it, so it's allows it to do its job better.
Yeah.
And you look to the left.
No.
In the other time, I wanted to talk about that. The other position where you said turn toward the left a little bit.
Just a little bit when you when you're doing the heavens, the pulling down the heavens. I believe it's just it's a little spinal twist turn. It's also probably pulling up the energy from the channels to say, hey, there we go, we're working a little bit more. So anyway, okay, so we bring up the earth, we open up the channel, fall forward, bring that up, pull down that vibrant white light, vibrating the channels, drop it off into the earth 3 times. It's so great to raise up the neck, elongate. Release. And then you just does that feel good?
I do really like it.
Yes. Okay, you can create as you dedicate, like anytime you go to a meditation or you do your practice, there's an intention, a dedication. So we do say 3 prayers before we go. I am, that I, so the first one is I am. Religious, no. Okay, so what is it? Let my will be thy will, and let thy will be my will, in my mind, my heart, and body. And then the holy space to holy space, make this place thy holy place, sacred space, holy space. And that is a shield and a protection that you create for your practice, so that anything that is negative or that you don't want stays out, and that the space that you are practicing in is your sacred space. The third one is in calling upon the divine universe, and then you draw a pillar of light that comes down and washes over your body, inviting the celestial realms and spirit guides, spirit animals, protection, anything that will help you on your journey to fulfill your soul's path and your mission. And so it is. So those, when you're doing your practice, you go with your intention, with your prayers, and so that space is, so nothing can come in.
Yes.
And attack. You just leave it.
You also
can create a vortex.
See, so play with your energy, guys.
There's so much.
This is so many different ways to do it, and I'll be bringing other practitioners around for you to play with. This one especially is.
Do you want to do the lung really quick?
Yes, let's
do
the
lung. Okay, so the lung channel begins right here. We're gonna draw it up, so we're in our Wuji Stance, and so the thumb channel and the pointer finger gently out with the hands. We're going to imagine pulling up the metal from the earth, bringing down that vibrant light. Hands right here, kind of right above the collarbone, elbows are dropped, and we connect with our lungs, and then we'll breathe in. When we get to about right here, we're going to drop the shoulder blades, turn the fingers up, and bring that connected. We're kind of going to go along a thread. We never want to touch the fingers together. Inhale. Expand and pull in those virtues. Courage, integrity, and righteousness. Inhale, expand, even from the shoulder blades in the back, bring it forward and bring it together. Inhale, pulling in those that courage, that white light, integrity, righteousness. Inhale, exhale, keeping in mind that your large intestine is connected. So when you connect right there, then you can create that light
I feel that in the
in
pain
there
spot.
too. All right, so just let's nurture that. So I'm gonna help you.
It's on the left
here. Good. Open it.
My hands open or my fingers?
No. Think, yep, just like that, and bring it back together. Kind of like we're drawing figure eights, or I mean,
oh, I see.
the sides of the figure eight. Good. So bring that here, and you want to keep it like right in front of your lungs. So as you're connecting with that large intestine, let's give it some love. Give it some letting go, imagining that light winding clockwise up from the anus around, and getting those tissues, connecting with courage. All right, keep your eyes open and watch what I do.
It was getting intense.
Too intense?
No? Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So that's great. Drop your arms just a tiny bit right there, right in front of your lungs, and then so we're going to pull that thread open. Right here, drop your shoulder blades, and then bring it back in. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. Sometimes my teacher says that sometimes people stop doing their Qigong because they're afraid of the pain that comes. And you know your body, so you know what's too much, what's too intense, and what it needs. And you just connect with it and ask it. Like, do you want me to keep doing that? Should I keep going through it, or is that enough? Right?
It's definitely
so it's like,
enough.
that's enough. So, beautiful. So what we'll do after you end here, you're just going to pull that down, because we're going to go to where the channel started. We're going to give thanks to the large intestine. Thank you for doing your job. And may you have what you need for the rest of the day. Thank you, lungs, for everything that you did. And now we're going to pull down the heavens and collect the good chi. So we're going to pulling down the heavens to gather. Okay. So then we inhale. Pull down, and we're kind of going to seal it off like you said, and we seal off with the middle finger. And then we do it again. Inhale. Close, and we're going to use the ring finger to seal that second one off. Last one, inhale. Bring that chi down. And close with the pointer finger. Seal it off. Because we've cultivated some beautiful energetic chi down here in the lower dantian.
It feels light.
Good.
Like air.
Good.
Is that a good description? Like when I feel my heart chakra activate, it feels like a screen door, cool air. I feel cool air where there's heat from the paint itself. Feels like a hot poker. But like now I feel like there's a door open or window, wind blowing, which is interesting.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
I love it.
So that's it. Wasn't that great?
Yes.
Great?
I can't wait to have you in the morning.
So
Thank you for hanging out with us.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We can talk about this a lot. So what you get to have her in person when you come out, and if you want some information about her, please check the links below.
Yeah.
And we'll get you guys links up. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. This darling girl is so charming and it's fun. So here we out looking for different tricks and techniques, and I'll just share them all with you. I'll get you guys on the flip side.